Hi, my name is Neil Petty, and I'm a design storytelling expert here in Austin, Texas. I wanted to talk about a concept called H2H. The meaning of H2H, obviously, it's a play on B2B, business to business, is thinking about how can AI make us more human to human. This was something that I observed with a AI kind of jam session salon that I have called imPROMPT. I've been hosting for the last few months here in Austin. And imPROMPT really started with no direction, no real goal at all, but to just get me and a few close colleagues together to play with some of these latest tools coming out and just roll up our sleeves and just have fun, right? So for example, in the beginning, we have something that's called an agentic DJ that asks us like something interesting about our day, and then it recommends a song. And so then after we have all of our songs, it recommends this overarching playlist, which we can all use for the rest of the workshop. We landed on like Italian disco in the last one. It was super fun. I think it's kind of a good example of how AI can work in the background to set the vibe and the tone and the mood of the rest of the workshop, and how we can just work together and smile. We all kind of look at each other and smirk. Things like that, these little serendipitous things that bring us together as people. In the next phase, what we do is we create an artifact with AI using a really offbeat prompt. The last one was something like, leave a review for that dream you had. And so everyone just went to town on things like Claude and GPT to make these like funny things. Someone made a game, someone made like a movie trailer about like a dream, personification, stuff like that. Gets really sci-fi, but really fun at the same time too. It sparks this energy between all of us that reminded me a lot of my musician time when I was in the room jamming with people. I feel like we're all sort of in that same vibe and that same boat and that spirit of musicians where we're just in the room making and creating and just getting into the flow state and just seeing where it goes. That's what makes us better. That's what brings us closer. Dials all back to that idea of H2H. After we create our artifacts, we all trade them off and then do what's called the remix portion, where we each take another person's artifact, reinterpret it, plug the code back into other thing, vibe code it into something completely different. Bonus points if you use the song that you used and that you got in the icebreaker, right? I think someone was coming up with like a PlayStation game and Mark Morrison Return of the Mac became like the final boss. It was hilarious. That is what it is, right? Like that idea of play and freedom. H2H is sort of this awesome approach to applications or whatever you want to call it with AI that, brings us back together as people, probably less singular, imPROMPT is still going. I'm excited to where it's going to go next. And my friends keep showing up wanting to take a hack at it. And we'll be making weird stuff right here in Austin.